Talks with Noelle. Talks with Noelle. Whatever day. Yeah. Who get a vibe? Who be the vibe? Talks with Noelle.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Talks with Noelle. I am your host, Noelle Francesca, and I hope everybody is doing well and enjoying the beautiful day that we are currently having. First and foremost, I want to thank you for being here, for joining us for another episode. It means so much to me, so thank you for joining me. Today, I will be talking about moving jobs. Yay! So we'll be talking from moving from corporate to the entertainment world. So ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know who I'm here with. So Chloe Alexandra is the founder and creative director of Haven Talk Studio, a podcast and content creation studio designed to help storytellers, brands, and creatives find their voice and create high quality content like we've been creating. Okay. Chloe is passionate about turning ideas into impactful platforms and building community through audio and visual storytelling. Chloe's goal is to create an ecosystem where creators feel supported, seen, and heard, whether they're just starting or scaling their platforms. Chloe founded Haven Talk Studio in March 2023 and has grown the business into 2 locations in London. Before launching her business, Chloe worked in HR operations, where she developed a strong foundation in organizational structure, process optimization, and people management. Chloe is committed to helping creators go from idea to impact, proving that with clarity, consistency, and creativity, anything is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Chloe Alexandra. Woo!
Big up. First of all, that was a lovely intro.
You're so welcome.
No, that was so nice. I got all my collate though. Honestly, I'm really, really grateful that you invited me. I really, really appreciate you.
Thank you for honoring.
Look, we're back, guys.
Thank you for coming on. So today's like a collaboration between Talks with Noelle and Haven Talk Studio. So.
Yes.
Let's get straight into it. Tell me a little bit about your background. Obviously, I know, you were in HR, so we could start from there. We could go further up to you, but tell me a little bit about your background.
Oh, how far back do you want to go?
Let's go from secondary school.
Oh God, I hate secondary school. In terms, let me just maybe concentrate on the creative side or how I discovered the creativity side of me. Well, I would say it's from an early stage.
Okay.
So it's way before secondary school. But if we're talking about secondary school, I was always into drama and art. I always did great. I was A-star student in those areas.
I know.
And then because I was so I liked looking into things and just discovering new facts and things, I was always good at geography and history. As well.
Gosh.
So I feel like as creators, it's really important to know knowledge about the industry or the path that you're going, or to have that skill set to want to know more, because knowledge is power, right?
Yep.
So since I was young, I've always loved geography, things around the world. I've always loved National Geographic shows and documentaries. To this day, I can watch a bit of Tutankhamun, do you know what I mean? Little bit of ancient Egypt. I love knowledge and just things like that. I was into at one point I wanted to be an architect, and another point I wanted to be an archaeologist. That's deep. Yeah, I've always had a passion just for knowing more and how things are made and things of that nature. And then moving on, I got older and then I started having more responsibilities.
As you do.
So those childlike passions kind of got morphed or forgotten about because of life a little bit. So I got to college and I kind of felt a bit clueless what I wanted to do. I won't say my mum was never the type of parent that didn't encourage me to do what I wanted to do, but she never was, unfortunately, the type of parent to say oh, how about you do this because you like doing this? Yeah. She's just more just do something practical and keep it pushing, basically. Yeah. So I ended up doing business.
Oh, we all did.
We all did business. Or what was the other one? Health and social care.
Yeah, you just did business because business, isn't it?
Business, quite literally. So I just chose business, and I really wish I did what I wanted to do. Yeah. But because life was just hitting me left, right, and center, I couldn't really. It never allowed me to focus on what I wanted to do. Right. So did the business stuff. I'm not saying I didn't gain a lot. I did. And then did college, went over to university, still didn't know exactly what I wanted to do because...
That's very normal, by the way.
Okay.
A lot of people go to uni and just pick a subject because they have to go to uni.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
I called my friend, I said, what are you doing? She said, international business management. I said, okay. So I applied. I didn't have a flipping clue what that was. Do you know what I mean? I had no clue. I just knew I did business in college and we're doing business in university. And that was basically it. Come to find out, the topics and stuff within the degree it's very useful to this day. Thank God.
Okay.
But if I had a choice, I'll go back and do something in media, whether it's media management, production, something. I really wish I did something along those lines. But life hasn't ended. We're still students of life. And these are still things that I would like to accomplish one day. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now tell me about how your journey into HR. So it makes sense now because you studied international business. So then what happened after? What led you to become a HR operative?
I needed a job. I needed a job after uni. I was actually working for the cable car in Greenwich.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the time it was called Emirates.
You still have connects?
I have friends from there, but they're not. We don't work there anymore. Thank God. Drama. Don't work there. I was there for like 3 years. I did 4 years in uni because I failed my second year, but I did 3 years of my uni. I was there.
Okay. So
I finished uni and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need to get into the office.
Right.
And anybody who knows how any corporate job is, recruitment is one of the easiest industries to get into.
Of course.
So I slipped into there, started doing resourcing, which is basically finding candidates. Then I slipped into in that particular job, I upscaled very fast. Maybe because it was a small company, didn't have anyone else to do it. So I used the opportunity to get as many skills as I could.
Of course.
Moved on to HR coordinating, which basically you are helping the candidate throughout the whole recruitment process.
Right.
Resourcing is finding the candidates, and then the coordinator books the interview. That coordinator is the go-to person for the candidate.
Right.
In communication.
Right.
Then left that company to work for Citibank in Canary Wharf. I've actually worked for Citibank before. When I was 17, I did an internship with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that job was a executive recruitment coordinator role, and essentially I was what was I doing? Same type of thing, but with more director, MD level. Right. Managing director level. Ooh. And I was working with people across the world. So I was working people in Manila, which is in the Philippines, South America as well, and a little bit of America as well. So it helped me a job that has anything. If you have a job that says events coordinator, recruitment coordinator, whatever, that coordinator role really allows you to juggle multiple things at once. And I think in every job, everyone has, there's a downside, you don't like this person, or this manager's too tough, or it's too much struggle. But anytime you leave a job, think about what you've learned. And with that coordinator type role, I learned that I can multitask. I always thought I never could, but you really, really can, especially if you manage your time effectively and you find a way to work. Yeah. And then I moved on to working for Adecco. Okay. I think it's the UK biggest recruitment agency, and that's when I got my first HR operations role. I had a team of, I think maximum at a time it was 6, but people was always leaving, so it was between 6 and 4 people. But it was very big campaigning, and it just made me realize how everyone's always saying, how do these big businesses make money? Obviously it takes time, it's not of course to make money, but it's how you manage your clientele, of course, how you can streamline processes and workflows and all those things, so which I've now taken to implement here. So that's how I kind of landed in HR, to be honest. I did like working with people. I've always kind of liked working with people. So you can see like my work history is very customer service-ish based. So I've always had that passion to work for people. But in between all of that, if I go back a little bit, I was, when I was in college, a little bit of uni as well, I became a makeup artist. So if you know me, my first hashtag was Chloe the MUA.
Come on.
And that was like for 2 to 3 years. And I loved it. I'm very good at makeup. I don't wear it anymore. But when I want to look good, I look good. But
I know that's right. I know that's
exactly. Right. And it just showed me, it kicked off really fast. And the reason why I was getting recommendations all the time is because not only that I was good at what I did, it was that I was very efficient and kind, and
goes a long way.
It goes a very long way. So even though I was doing this HR thing that was teaching me the fundamentals of running a business, essentially, in terms of doing my own I've done a lot of stuff, by the way. We're going to go into it, but...
As you should.
Yeah.
Trying to find your path. Why not?
Trying to find my path. So I was just doing a lot of things. But to answer your question, that's basically how I got into HR operations.
Okay, so what would you say was a typical day in HR operations, and what was the most challenging part of that role?
In terms of my last role, which was the HR ops manager, that was the most diverse role I had. All the coordinator roles, every day seemed the same. Like any job, there's always one rotating task that always has to happen every day. But the coordinator, this consistently. So it gets boring after a while. Yeah. But the reason why I liked that job is because no day was the same. I think because the team I was under, it was disorganized, so there was always drama happening, and I was always there putting out fires every 2 seconds. The typical day was just basically coming in, having a huddle with my team, them telling me like what they're happy with, what they're not happy with, what their task is for the day, and just making sure that the priority task was being done, and just delegating and just managing it through the day. So in terms of and if something crashes and burns, all hands on deck. So it doesn't matter who you are in the company, MD or junior level staff, if you know how to work the system, you're working on it. Basically. And I think that's what my team appreciated, because unfortunately with last management, if something happens, they're just expected to sort it out. And I don't work like that. I just feel like if I can do something, let me help you do it. Do you know what I mean? So the job was already very, very stressful, but the team I have, and I always say, anytime I get an opportunity on camera to say it, I loved my team. That was the first job that I actually really enjoyed the people I worked with. And they made my first managerial experience amazing, absolutely amazing, because it was tough.
I love that.
Yeah, like it was tough, and they know. I follow them on Instagram and be messaging me like, I love them to bits. So shout out you guys, you know who you are. It was really, really tough. So the challenging part was being able to keep up the morale of the team because it was so turbulent.
Oh gosh,
that was the challenge, because it was literally every single day, and it wasn't just the task that was going crazy, it was the management of the task as well. People not using their sense in terms of, can that person do it? Do they have the capacity? Why did you tell the client that? You didn't ask the team if we can do it first. Those little things that could have made our lives easier. So it was just being able to still keep the morale up and find solutions to the issue and just keep going.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
With everything that you've said, like you said, I love the way that you said it was the people that made you enjoy the job. Because when somebody's leaving a job, I always say, 90% of the time, it's not the people. They're leaving because of the role, or they're not getting paid enough for what they're doing.
Oh, I wasn't getting paid enough.
They always love their team. Yeah. So it's refreshing to hear that.
And I think it's very important when recruiting anybody to a company that they align with your culture. Now, obviously, it's hard to predict a human being over an hour interview, but that's why they have to be vigorous and have a couple stages, because it's really, really important. Like my manager, she anyway, we're not going to go into detail too much, but I definitely feel like she blagged her way through that interview, because there was no way she knew what she was doing when she arrived. In fact, she was removed from the company because of it. Do you know what I mean? And she made our lives living hell. As soon as that person was removed, it was still crashing and burning, but it was so much weight lifted off our shoulders.
I can imagine.
Do you know what I mean? So
it plays a part,
especially in this UK, knowing that the salary ain't going to be great anyway. At least if I'm going to spend majority of my time 5 days a week in this place, let the people be decent. Like, let them be half decent, please. So yeah, and I've loved my team, the wider team as well. It was good.
So what would you say, what was the most enjoyable moment working in HR? Like what made it all worth it, should I say?
I wouldn't say I had the best time. I'll be totally honest. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy. I felt like I was doing it because I had bills to pay, because my passion wasn't there. My passion just generally wasn't there, and I'm being totally honest with you guys. I like the fact that I was able to get any job I wanted. I like the fact that I finally found a way to know how to walk the walk and talk the talk. So like, I can enter a room and own it. Do you know what I mean? And this was all learnt. It wasn't like I just had it. I guess I had a bit of spark in me, but me physically being in this environment taught me so much. I guess when it comes to HR, it's human resources, isn't it? So your main aim is to maintain clients and the people around you. So I guess the best part for me was being able to speak to people from all walks of life and know how to tailor my conversation depending on the person. Even though it came with a lot of backlash, I learnt. So it's helped me in what I'm doing now.
Amazing. And that brings me to my next point. How has this experience, or how has the HR role helped shape your view of like company culture and leadership? How has it helped you to do what you're doing now?
It's so important. It's so important. In terms of leadership, when starting this business, I was kind of just, obviously I'm thrown into it. I'm putting myself as the leader. Yeah. And yes, I was the ops manager in what I was doing, but there was people, obviously I had met a head of management. Yeah. So I never really got the full grasp of full power. I never got the full grasp of it. But when I threw myself into it, I'm like, oh my God, all of these people, including yourself, they're relying on me.
It's different. It's different.
It's scary. And I had to get with the program quickly. When I started this place here, I wasn't thinking about what I got myself into. I was just doing it because I wanted to do it. It was such a naive way to enter business. Don't enter business that way, guys. Do it properly.
You were just passionate. And
I was like, I just want to do it. Then I realized like people started flooding in through the doors, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to get... excuse me, I don't want to swear. I had to get things sent on time, and they need me, and they asked me for ideas, and da-da-da-da. And it got very overwhelming. There was a point in time when I think within the first year I started, I was like, I don't know if I can do this, you know. People were so reliant. But what it taught me, we'll go into like the HCS journey in a sec, but when I got overwhelmed, I called my sister, I was crying. I was like, this is so much. It's going well, but it's so much, I can't do it. Then she jumped on board. Now, when I realized the leadership stuff started scaring me even more when my sister, and my sister's older than me, by the way. It's because I look up to her for everything. But she's looking at me for everything with
the roles have changed.
The roles has changed. So she does all the admin and all the processes and everything. She's fantastic at that because that's her background. She's 10 out of 10.
She really is.
But when it comes to vision and strategy and what we're doing next and how do we get to next level, Chloe, and I'm like, I come to you. You don't come to me. Do you know what I mean?
Don't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. And we had to come on some sort of level, but she still looks up to me in terms of that. And it's scary because, but it's your business. So you have the passion. It's your baby. You know where you want to get to. So, I think I answered the question.
No, you did. You did. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question on HR operative. Why did you decide to leave? What was the turning point that you were like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Let's get into the tea, shall we? So I've been wanting to leave for a while.
Right. Let me even.
Sit up straight. I don't know how much I want to reveal because I don't know if these people are going to watch what I'm doing because the lies I lied at that job, Right.
Don't say anything that can incriminate you.
No, it's not going to incriminate me.
Okay, cool.
But you have to finesse your way through things. So basically, I'll put this out there. My father is sick. He's 100% sick. He's very, very ill.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not my father's full-time carer.
Right.
At one point I was, but I'm not. So anymore. But business started picking up.
Right.
And I needed time.
Right.
So at the time I had to commit to being in office 4 days a week. One day at home. I was like, I can't do this. Mind you, the Citibank job I had was fully remote. And I got made redundant. That's the only reason why I left, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm now at this new job. They want me in 4 days a week. I'm like, I can't do this. I have business to do.
4 days is crazy.
It's crazy.
So it's crazy.
Lied. Put on the waterworks. Yeah. Put on the waterworks.
Brought back all those memories, all the pain,
all the hospital trip. Brought back all the work. This is all acting, guys. I had to do it. And I gotta do what you gotta do.
End of the day.
Got down to 2 days at home, so 3 days in office. I'm like, okay, cool. Those 2 days at home, I was here. I'm doing my bookings. Then it still got too much. Then I amplified the situation, and I went to part-time for like 3-4 months.
Right.
So I was only in the office 2 or 3 days a week. I think it was 2 days a week I was working.
Okay.
2 days a week in the office and 1 at home.
Right.
So I did that for about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
And I was using that to upscale the business. Now I was at the point where I was a bit scared because I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to leave. Simply because I've never not worked. Even though I'm working every single day at the studio, I've never had a stable income. I've never had a stable income. That's right. I've always had like, so I was like, oh my God, should I leave? No, I've not done this before. This is scary.
Crossroads.
Yeah. Then went back to the office full time again, but I still got my 3 days in the office, 2 days at home.
Right.
Then my manager got let go. Her position was available.
Yeah.
Then I was torn because I was like, should I continue with my career? Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I leave?
Right.
Now, mind you, when she was gone, they didn't replace anyone for about 2.5 months or so.
Okay.
Even when she was here, I was doing her job. I did her job when she left.
Yeah.
And I was doing a fantastic job, by the way. Got a lot of client feedback in emails, proof and everything like that. And, you know, the opening came round. I went for the job as well as other people in the company. And I tell you, I kid you not, there was people that was definitely eligible for the role, but the person who got the role was someone that was on my team. I trained them, by the way.
Come on.
Someone on my team, and they got like a supervisor manager role maybe like 4 months after I started. So they've only been a manager at this point for about 8 months.
Okay.
A junior manager, right?
Right, okay.
So, but because she got links with like directors and stuff, this junior manager who was someone on my team got the job before me and before anyone else that was eligible for that role. Exclude me for a second, everyone was pissed. Excuse my language. Everyone was annoyed because it's just like,
how?
First of all, she doesn't have the experience. It's not about being ageist.
Yeah.
She generally doesn't have the experience to manage these clients.
Yeah.
When she was working with me, she was doing mad mistakes, crazy stuff. Even her tone, her language, there's been instances where she said the N-word, she said crazy stuff.
Girl.
Yeah, and HR's not doing anything about it. So I was just like, wait. For me, I'm prideful as well. I'm prideful. Like,
it's a nepo.
Do you know what I mean?
Nepotism.
I was just like, the day that it happened and I found out that this girl got the job before me, who's been holding this team down for almost 2 years at this point, that team there left. Not left, but I said I'm quitting.
Yeah. So that's the resignation process.
I was just like, I'm not having someone I trained be my manager and she's not the nicest person. Definitely not. And he was just like, they had to sit me down and say, because they knew they did a mazza.
That is crazy.
And they were just like, oh, by the way, this ex-person's got the job. And I know where I messed up on the interview, but I asked for reasonable adjustments because I'm dyslexic. So let me give you the tea. In the interview,
let's go. Let's get into it.
I'm recapping. In the interview, they asked us, there's something called an MI, a matrix index, right? And an MI can be used in any situation. As long as you've got data, you can review the data. In this case, it was the data of who's applying for certain jobs. So it will have the age, the gender, the ethnicity, and those things, those matrices. And the question was, here's this MI report. You have 10 minutes before your meeting with the client. Get the information you need to present to the client. Yeah. In my head, I'm thinking, but I never work like that. Yeah. Because I know I have dyslexia and because I need time to process things, I will never have 10 minutes to look at this MI.
Yeah. You'll give yourself more time because you need more time.
Quite literally. Right. And I was really annoyed by this. As soon as he said that, I was just like, I'm going to mess this up because it's going to be something I've missed. Yeah. 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 And I did it. I think I hit I think there was 6 points. I hit 4. And 2 I missed was the 2 most important ones. Yeah. So I don't know what her results is, but I knew that's where I messed up. Because it's one of the most important things to look at. And I honestly, in my head, I was like, that's not fair. A lot of people were angry about that part of the interview. Solely because we know how we work. We know how things can be easily missed. You will never give yourself 10 minutes to go look at the MI. Of course. Anyway, if she passed, she passed. I don't know how she's doing now. I actually generally hope she's doing okay. Prove everyone wrong. But that was the point where I said, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. My manager told me, you didn't get the role. And I said, oh, okay, cool. I was like, by the way, I just want to hand in my resignation. And
then.
I don't care how bitter.
You didn't even go home and sleep on it.
I don't care how bitter it made me feel. Made me look sorry, but I didn't care.
This is what's happening.
Handed it in. Within 2 weeks, I was gone. That was it.
Yeah.
And then I finally got here. The first day I got here without a job. The first week was so much fun.
Because you're just relaxed. You're
sleeping. Yeah. I was having a great time.
But there's only so much sleep you can sleep, you know.
Then I realised, there's no picture coming this month. I said, Rachel, we need a sale today. Next week, I got bills. Do you know what I mean? And I realised, oh, crap. I didn't really plan for this at all. My plan was, no, I'll let you go answer the next question because I feel like I can answer it in another question. It's coming. I can feel it. Yeah. Let me not take up too much time.
Okay, so you've quit the job. Like you said, first week, chilling. Yeah. Because obviously all the stress, everything. Now, after you quit, what was when it was time to really get down to business, like you said, you felt like you were unprepared. What was the first week like?
The first week was great because I've never had like a week off like this before. I'm not gonna lie, I slept, I watched Netflix, I went out, had a great time. It was the second week.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the first week of now knowing that.
Now
this job is
what's
going
on.
First week here.
I realized I made a very irrational decision. Even though I managed to make it work and I'm still good to this day, I really wish I saved up more.
Okay.
I don't recommend anybody just leaving a job to do their business. Now, only if your business is making a good predictable income that is covering your expenses. Right. Thank God I was at that point where it was. It was covering its expenses, but it wasn't covering mine. Do you know what I mean?
So the house was sorted, but the stuff you personally wanted to do. Right.
So I realized, wow, I have to give up a lot of things. I have to give up my weaves, my nails, my makeup, because right now I need to upscale this business. Right. And it was really, really scary. So first things first, it was fear. Like, oh, you made such an irrational decision. I wish you just, even if it was 2 more months, save more money. That was 1. 2 was more like game mode. Like, because I had to be in the office so much, I was literally only being able to get maybe 5 to 8 bookings a week. Simply because I'm 8 hours I'm in the office and I might do 1 or 2 bookings in the evening, maybe 1.
Yeah.
But as soon as I left and my calendar opened and I started marketing, it's a lot more now. But in a week, at that time, within a week, I was getting at least 15 to 20 bookings a week.
Amazing.
And I'm like, look at all this capacity I now have. Yeah. I'm here stressing over whether I got this job or not. Or I was like, nah. So it was scary. Don't get me wrong. The first week was very, very scary. And I literally had to put my thinking cap on. And I was in the office in my house, just Googling and, you know, not trying to panic my family as well.
Yeah.
Look at me saying,
questions be coming.
Like, oh, your bills are coming. Like, what are you doing
now?
Do you know what I mean?
So when will you find new jobs?
Yeah,
like,
literally.
The questions will be
panic
coming.
Panic mode. Thank God my mum and sister's always supportive.
Yeah.
But I've never been the person to be a liability financially for anybody. And I was so scared that I would get to the point where I would need them to pay my bills for me. Thank God that hasn't happened.
Amen.
But I was fearful of that. I think that was my main thing, just causing more financial harm to the household. That was my fear. Yeah.
So what would you say motivated? I know that we spoke at length and you spoke about your passions and, you know, just always being creative and that kind of stuff. But what actually motivated you to start a podcast studio?
I had a podcast myself called Haven Talks.
Right.
I birthed the idea during lockdown, especially when everyone was doing the verses and everything. I started listening to podcasts. I was more audio involved, and I was just like, oh, this would be nice. So the idea of having a podcast has always been around. Yeah, but it got to 2022 now, and I was like, no, I want to do it. I want to do a podcast.
At this time, I guess you were still balancing. You were still working 9 to 5.
Yes.
Okay, so you're balancing the two.
It's that first year out of uni, so I'm just getting my So it's kind of like, oh, what do I do? I need a hobby, basically, and I really like the idea of podcasting. But at the time, I didn't really see many people do it solo. Right. And the way I was the type of person I was at that time, I was really fearful of doing things on my own. Don't be, because look where I am now. But that's a word. Yeah. I was really fearful, even though I'm grateful for what I'm about to explain. But so I hit up my friend and I'm like, I want to do a pod. Like, can you do it with me? Yeah. She was like, yeah, bet. Why not? And I'm like, all right, cool. Didn't know what the name was, didn't know nothing. I had a friend who has a music studio. Right. We went there and I was like, I need a soundtrack for my pod. Like, can you mix me something quick?
Come on.
Quick. We went there, it was like midnight. Just putting beats. Then he did this beat, I might give you the track just to play over so people can hear it. But it was like, you see, it was, how did it go? Oh, I'm going to sound so crazy. But it was like, and I was just like, that's her. I want it. That's me. And I had that beat on my phone for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I like this. What's the name of this pod? What is the name of this pod? Yeah. Started Googling. But when I was Googling, it was more like, what am I looking for? So I knew, it was more like, I knew what the vibe I wanted, but I didn't know what name represented that vibe. Right. And the vibe was basically a safe space where people can just talk. And the way I wanted the podcast to be is, like, as you can see, my character, I like a good laugh. Yeah. I'm very chilled. I like a good cheeky laugh. We're going to talk about serious stuff or pop culture, or maybe it's non-topical. Yeah. Because life is already hard enough. So let's come to a space where we can just talk. Do you know what I mean? So that was the vibe. I saw different names. I went on Thesaurus. I typed like Utopia, then I saw like the different types, and I saw Haven. And I was like, that's it. That's it. I didn't know what it was, but it just that's the one. That's the name. Do you know what I mean? And then I was thinking like Haven sounds weird. What should I put with it? And I put Haven Talks, and I was like, I was all right. Might ring. Entered it now. It was me and 2 friends originally. Yeah. We did a couple episodes, and I invited my other best friend to join it as a guest. Yeah. And he vented saying that, I wish you asked me to be on the pod as a actual podder. And I'm like, you want to join? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So it was within the first 3 or 4 episodes, he joined, and it was 4 of us. Yeah. We did 3 seasons. Okay. It's still up on the YouTube page. The first episode blew up.
Hi guys, it's your girl Noelle Francesca. Thank you so much for watching Talks with Noelle. Quickly, I'm just going to pause the pod for a second. I need you to do me a favor. It takes less than 30 seconds, I promise. You're on our page right now, so I just need you to click on the subscribe button. Once you click on that, you'll see a little bell icon. I need you to click on that icon as well. Please set it for all notifications, and every time an episode goes live, you will be the first to be notified that an episode has gone live. So quickly, just make sure you click that subscribe button in the top, click the bell icon, set it to all notifications, and you see the bottom, make sure you click the like button. Remember to leave a comment, and also whilst you're here, you're enjoying the episode. Look at the way you've been smiling. Look at the way you're laughing. Look at the gems that you're taking from this thing. Whilst you're here, share that. Let somebody else also join in the experience, because what we aim to do is to bring you an experience. So make sure somebody else joins into this experience. Share it with them. Thank you very much. All right, let's get back into it. You're getting tired of me now. All right, I'm out.
The first episode was about university, and I was speaking about a fight that I got into, and it got like 1 million views on TikTok, and it blew, and I think it blowing up like that because I've been in the creative industry for a very long time, since I was 17, and I never had like a video or content that's blowing up like that. Yeah. As soon as it blew up, I was like, this is my calling. I'm meant to do this stuff. I'm supposed to be here. You know,
I love it. Let's take it seriously.
Let's take it seriously. Yeah. And I enjoyed meeting my friends up every single week. I enjoyed looking for topics. I enjoyed just having the public opinion in terms of these topics. And it helped me as a person. It helped me be better at articulating myself, being more confident when it comes to situations like talking about something. Because I always watch like comedians or professors or news anchors just being very expressive and very smooth with it when they're trying to explain something. And I was like, I've always wanted to be like that. And it was literally what helped me was because I had to do research before the episode. Girl. I read a book. Sometimes you just need to open a book and read it. Do you know what I mean? I read the article. I wasn't reading articles. I wasn't reading books. I wasn't expanding my vocabulary. And that podcast helped me so much with my confidence. Yeah. Now, in terms of how the studio came about, we're darting from studio to studio. So shout out to No Star Studio, man. They definitely are a really good podcast studio in London. And this is me coming from another podcast studio. It was very budget friendly. They did what they needed to do. And we were there for at least almost 2 seasons. Then we went to another studio. I don't know, have you ever seen like 2 Shots of Tequila?
Yeah, where they
in the guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's in the guy's garage.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was sitting there and I was looking around. I was just like, wow, this is nice. I can do this. And I've always had little businesses. I'm always failing forward. That's to keep it light.
We're gonna come to that question.
But I was just like, I got a garage. I can do this. I wasn't thinking of logistics. I live in Timbuktu. It just wasn't going to work. But in my garage, if you know the studio layout, we have another set called the Latte Suite. That couch in there is from my garage. So even the curtains. So I did this nice cream. Well, it looks like the Latte Suite basically. Yeah. Layout. Yeah. Cream chair, 2 armchairs, curtains. But I didn't know nothing about equipment. It was a shambles. I'm about to say something else. It was a shambles.
We're gonna get to equipment.
Yeah, and it was a lot of trial and error, and my podcast team allowed me to do all the trial and error. I learned about mixing. I learned about what cameras to buy.
Yeah.
I learned about audio quality a little bit because it was really bad at the beginning. And when I did open it as a studio, a lot of people kept asking, "Oh, do you have any customers yet? Do you have any customers yet?" And it made me feel like, what are you trying to say? Like, I can't get customers. Yeah. I wasn't, but like, the point is,
no, I know what you mean.
You like,
it's like when people are like, how's that your little show going?
What's a little business
it's not a little show. It's not a little show.
It's a big show. Look what she has here. I'm joking.
No, word. It's not a little show.
It's not a little show. Don't. Anyway, so basically, I was like, what are you trying to say? And I wasn't scared to bring people to my house. Yeah. Like, I don't know where I live. I wasn't thinking through. Literally, I don't know what I was doing.
You know, I was gonna ask you that. Because we
because the guy, the podcast that I went to before, you can go through the back. Right. You're not entering the house. Me, you had to go through the front door.
Right. See, I was thinking about that because recently I was telling someone about the setup here, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a nice setup. I wish like I could just do that." And they were like, "Why don't you just use your house?" And I was like, no, because that means everyone has to come into the house to get to me. It doesn't make sense.
I didn't feel comfortable. I just wasn't like strangers come through your yard.
Yeah.
No. I just couldn't. Even my mum was just thinking like, hey, I was like, mind you, she's the one who funded half of it, you know.
Shout out to mum.
Shout out to mum. She's always on job. And it literally got to like 6 weeks in, we're like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah. But I didn't want to give up. I said, this is going to work and I'm going to get a space.
Yeah.
At the time, I was working a very crappy recruitment job. I was not getting money at all. Yeah. So I took the risk and I took a loan out. My mum was so angry when I did that.
Did you tell her before
or
after? Of course.
Why would I tell her? I would not tell. I told her after because she was like, where does all this money come from? And I was like, oh well.
By the way.
And it wasn't a big loan in comparison to, thank God, the financial position I'm in now. At the time, it was big for the money I was getting. I found this place. I had a grand or two on me. Yeah. I got the deposit. I had like rent for like 2 months. But to actually do at the place, I did the loan. And believe it or not, I'm going to give you figures. I started this place with 3 grand.
Really?
Yeah. That's not a lot of money in podcasting things. Because you need to think about, we have multiple cameras. Cameras, even if they're used, the cameras I use are like from 1, 2 and up. Yeah. Then I needed this and that. And literally the studio started with 1 camera. There wasn't multiple cameras. It was 1 camera, these same chairs. It was very basic, but looked good for the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, started the place now.
Yeah.
And I sat there day 1 that we opened, and I was just like, okay, got to make money now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've done it now. What do we do?
Next?
What's next? I didn't know what I was doing. I was so scared. I started like reaching out to podcasts, saying, "Hi, podcast studio here. I'll give you the first hour for free." I was just trying to get people in.
Yeah.
Got 1 or 2 people in. I tried my best. They liked the space. Right. But before I got those people in, I had my first. No, when I got my first customer that I didn't have to reach out to, they just booked. I was buzzing. I called my sister and I was like, "Someone just spent £80. Oh my god!" I didn't have to contact them. They just paid for it. I don't know who they are. They didn't call.
What
nothing.
was that like?
That was so exhilarating. Do
you know how they found you? Did you
Google?
Okay.
Yeah, they just went on. I'm such Africa. Google. They just Google. They went on Google search and they searched podcast studios. Did they know? Because everyone keeps cussing me. It's not Google. It was like, okay.
I hear it.
Yeah. I went on Google and
it's a quick switch. Yeah, guys, you heard her. You know where she went. You know
I
what
went
she's
there. I
talking
went on the
about.
search engine.
Yeah.
They went. Yeah, that's how they found us. And I was just so like,
Amazing.
oh, okay. I guess the SOE. I don't know enough about SOE marketing or digital marketing, but I guess something was working. You know what I mean? And it felt good that someone just saw my space and trusted it and just said, "Hey, there was no reviews, there was no nothing yet."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they weren't the best customer. I will never forget them. They wasn't the best. But I learned a lot because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie, the first 10 people were like guinea pigs to me. I'm not gonna lie, I messed up bad. Audio was lost, camera was messing up, things I didn't know what I was doing. I was stressed.
I can imagine.
But you had to learn in it. And then what else do you want me to add to it? I think that's what I can remember for now in terms of how I got into this space.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you've given us more than enough for us to think, process.
Yes.
Okay, so how many, I know you said you did other businesses, so you've mentioned, you used to sell stuff, you were a makeup artist at one point. So how many times did you? I don't want to say they're failed businesses because
it's failing forward, guys.
Yeah, because at that time those were things that you were passionate about, so you pursued.
Yeah.
So how many other passions? That's a better way to phrase it. How many other passions did you pursue before you finally landed on, or you finally decided this is the one you're gonna stick with?
The major ones were two. It was the makeup artist stuff, and then I trying to do fashion. It was a business called, should I say the name?
Wait, have you trademarked the name yet?
I haven't trademarked the name. I'm not gonna say it because I feel like I might use it. There's something I'm thinking of using it for.
Yeah, don't say the name.
But it was very, very the name was nice, and I did the whole little ad and the photo shoot and everything.
Come on.
The clothes were cute.
You designed the clothes yourself?
I got them from one place online, but they were. I'm being totally honest. At the time,
I love it.
At the time, I didn't know the logistics around designing clothes. That sounds so silly, but I could have just googled it. But it was more like I know even if I Google it, I don't have the funds to pay someone to do all of this. So I need to find an option too. The way Opoly and all these places they started on eBay buying clothes from wholesalers. So let's not try, because I was on that eBay buying Opoly stuff in 2016. Don't try me. So that's I followed their bag, innit?
Yeah.
So I found a vendor, selected a few pieces I liked, and was trying to sell it. There was no opening day. I think I sold like 5 things, and I had bare stuff left over to this day. It's in my garage. But it's but I
it's funny.
It's funny when it's funny, but it's just like. It just shows how much I want to do something.
Yeah.
And how passionate I was. The pictures came up beautiful. The website came up beautiful. I just didn't know how to push it. So when, again, I feel like I kind of fell into the studio.
Yeah.
But now, because I did it when I was older and a bit more responsible, I had to be very real with myself and be like, what am I doing here? What is the type of business model that I want to do?
Right.
And I think what works for me best is to have a service, deliver the service, and then the client goes. But have a service that you can still retain those clients.
Right.
It's a very simple business model. And the crucial part is when they're inquiring and how well the service goes. Do you understand? So my sister knows I get on her bum all the time about this because she's the customer service girl. That girl's been getting the clients. I loved her. But but yeah, so I learned a lot on those projects. What I learned was you have to have a lot of patience, because customer service is the most important part of your business.
Yep.
And as we see online, you know, surviving here by this and surviving this person and surviving that person. Yeah. We see a lot of things come up simply because the customer service wasn't handled properly. I'm not saying that there's no customers that are not annoying. Yeah. I've had it before.
Yeah.
But you will never see me switch up like that. No chance. As a business owner, I always say people to stand on business. If they've got policies and stuff that kind of clashes with what the client is doing at that moment. But you have to love people and you have to love what you do.
Yep.
There's no need to do one or not the other. You have to do both. If you want to be successful in the field that you are, because especially as a small business owner, your reputation means everything to you.
Yep.
So if you taint it, that's on you. Like, you can lose people just like that because
that's true.
You were a nasty person.
Honestly, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And it's even like restaurants. When I go to a restaurant and the person that serves me is amazing, like, we always tip them. And whenever I go back, I request for that same person to... Yeah, I'm like, nope, that's the person that served me. She's amazing.
Yeah, I'm
that's
not a big
person.
tipper, you know.
That's the person. Do you know what?
I'm not.
I think when I'm in, it depends. So when I'm in like Ghana, I just be tipping because I'm like,
it's different
you're
out
not
there.
getting.
Yeah.
I know you're not getting your worth. I know you're not getting as good as you should be.
Yeah.
So I'm at the when I'm in the UK, your services has to be up there for me to tip you. There's one place in Bromley.
Give him a shout out, man. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Shout him out, man.
There's one place in Bromley, one restaurant in Bromley called Smoke.
No,
I love that.
I hate
place.
it. I went there for Valentine's Day with a friend. I was doing Galentine's, don't have a man. But the point is,
wait, who served you though? The lady that served me was so amazing.
I've been there twice.
Right.
I went there with someone doing a networking event. It was a client that came here. She invited me to a networking event, and it was good. I didn't really. It was a quiet day, so there wasn't many people around, so it was fine. The second time I went this 2025 February for Galentine's. First of all, it was gonna be packed. Yeah. So I understood that, but there was one server, I'll never forget him, he was actively saying like, I can't help you, I can't get you a fork right now, I'm busy, can't you see I'm busy? I said, oh, the food is nice, I must say.
Maybe, I hope he got fired. What?
I would complained. I got some money back as well.
That's
like
right.
we ordered our food. We waited like almost an hour to get our food. We ordered dessert. The dessert never came.
Do you know what? It's so bad, that you said you waited an hour. As soon as she said that, I said, yeah, I'd expect that from an African restaurant.
No.
It's so bad that I have to say that, right? But I understand.
I talking about smoke. It's the turkey. It's like a
Yes,
Lebanese.
Yeah, Lebanese Turkish.
Yeah. And then the parking there's terrible. Why is it on this weird hill?
The parking is weird.
It's terrible. So
Parking is weird.
I ain't tipping y'all. She's tipping you guys. I'm tipping y'all.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Were there any schemes or grants that helped you start up? Apart from, I don't think you've mentioned any. Okay, cool.
Took out a loan, man. Actually, no. It was not a grant. Okay, let me tell you. This is how God works,
Right.
God puts you into positions, that you feel uncomfortable to bless you with something that you never expected.
Right.
So when I opened this place, I had a job. I had a not a good one, but I had a stable job. That was with City.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect job for my business because my manager wasn't in the country and my job was basically, I was like my own manager in my own bubble.
Yeah.
No one bothered me. So I can work here. No one's messaging, unless there was like a weekly meeting or no one's messaging me. You just do your job and go. If you miss the SLA of the task that you're supposed to do, that's when they'll start flagging you.
Yeah.
But as long as you do your job, they'll leave you alone. It was the perfect job to do whilst I was doing here.
Right.
I got made redundant like 2 weeks after I opened this place. I was like, oh my God.
Didn't expect that.
I just opened a business. I'm not making rent yet. I'm making like half rent yet. Oh my God. I was in panic mode.
Yeah.
But the redundancy check, that was nice. It was a good 5 figures.
All right. I ain't even mad.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
I ain't even mad at
and
you.
I got the HR ops job like 4 weeks after. So it just came. All the money came within 6 weeks, and the job came within 4 weeks. So it kind of just overlapped each other. And then when I got that big check, I remember I started with 1 camera. I got 2 more cameras.
Yep.
I just did some changes. I upgraded like equipment. I did everything I needed to elevate the studio. I just put everything in there. Mom was like, "Why are you spending all the money?" I said, "Mom, I need to invest in this place."
100%.
I paid off majority of the loan I took out. That type of vibe. So it just came just on time. Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
So yeah, I did get help. Something happened. I got made redundant. I got a fat check, and I was good after that. Yeah.
I love that. What describe the journey in one word so far from start up to this point that you are at now? What has the journey been like? One word.
Turbulent. I'm enjoying it, but sometimes not every day. Like sometimes I just want a simple. When I say turbulent, it's not necessarily with the bookings. It's with myself.
Yeah.
I miss Chloe. I miss living my life.
Yeah.
There was a point where I felt very trapped.
Yeah.
It motivated me to think, okay, we need to upscale those business quick because I don't know how long you want me to be in this every single booking and
Yeah.
Because even as much as I love doing what I do, I want to do what I want to do.
I hear it.
And when I was working a 9 to 5, work stopped at 5.
Right.
I had my weekend. I had my me time. I can do my hair. I didn't have all of this responsibility.
Right.
And sometimes I think back, I just missed that life. But I understood how limiting that life was. And the benefits of this space is that I get to meet people that I never would cross in life if I stayed doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
I get to meet people like yourself. I've made friends through here.
Yeah.
You know, I've lost friends through here. And it's very up and down. I think it's really teaching me how life can be like, because I feel like before I made the switch to this business, life was very, what's the word? Stagnant? Like it was very like the same.
Yeah,
nothing
stagnant.
was really changing.
Yeah.
But God is like, He has better plans for you. So you need to, I'm going to put you in this position for you to find your way. And that's how I feel like where I am right now. And throughout the journey, it's been very up and down.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What is one challenge that you have faced since you started Haven Talk Studio? I mean, apart from the financial challenges, what challenge would you say you faced when you started the studio?
I think it's very similar to what I just said. Like, just finding me again. Yeah. It's very difficult. Like, this morning I woke up and I was like, I'm so tired. I haven't had a break in ages. Do you know what I mean? Like, before I was, even though I feel okay where I am at the moment.
Yeah.
I used to be a very glammed up babe. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was the bust down hen. It's unbelievable looking at me now. But I genuinely was, and it's just like, it's not like it's not about money. It's about, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I kind of just miss being in that. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do miss being in that space. I just think the most challenging thing is finding time for yourself. And people think it's easy to find. Just Chloe, just take a break. Just book a holiday. Are you paying for the holiday?
Own your own business.
You know, if I go on holiday, that means that week I haven't made money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I have to like,
need a fine balance.
yeah. So right now I'm using these disadvantages to help push me to find a new route. So the next couple of weeks, you'll see some new services that will be benefiting a lot of podcasts, a lot of creators in mind. And I believe that these services will not only help the podcasters become monetized themselves, but also help upscale the business. So I can be at a place where hopefully I can get someone in, employ someone basically, and I can start focusing on other things. But yeah, that's where I am. I feel this way now, but I know with the plan I have in place, within the next 6 months to a year, it will work out for me.
Amazing. I love that. What advice would you give people who have a dream but don't know where to start?
Just start.
That's what I was thinking. Literally.
Just start. If you keep pondering, nothing's going to be perfect. I think everyone's like, okay, I need to make sure, let's say a podcast, for example. You want to start a new podcast. Right. I need to make sure my cue cards are right. I need to make sure that this is right. I need to make sure that my hair is looking nice. Relax. Because you're so hell-bent on being perfect, when it's time to speak to your guests, you're freezing up. Just start. The first podcast is not going to be the same as the 10th. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be a totally different person. You're going to find your rhythm. You're going to find your community. It's okay. And when I say just start, doesn't mean like just do anything willy-nilly. There has to be some sort of preparation, don't get me wrong. In terms of business, I would definitely say don't just fly into things like I did. See your market. See if there's a space within the market that you want to be in. See what is your why. Why are you doing what you want to do? Do you understand? For me, the reason why I'm doing Haven Talk Studio is to, yes, as you said at the beginning in that lovely intro, is to find a space for all types of creators to tell their story. I feel like I'm the middle ground to help people get their story out there, looking good, sounding great, and outside of the production side of things, just being able to communicate with that person for them to be able to figure out their message as well. At an affordable rate, because when it came to studios around London, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they're very extortionate. And at the time when I was podcasting, I was a uni student. I ain't got money. I'm not trying to outprice myself, but I know how the struggle is. So even though yes, prices have ranged, because we have to keep up with the economy as well, we tried our best, you know, to keep in line with like inflation and everything like that. But the main place is to be able to produce things with good quality for an affordable price. So just start and do things within reason, I'll say. Okay,
so we have a few minutes before we have to wrap up. I love this question because I always learn something from this question, and I ask it to every guest. So this question is, what season of your life are you in right now? I always learn something from this segment. Always.
I don't know what like word it is, but I'm going to say transformation. Okay. And again, I think the business will benefit from the transformation, but I know it's within me. I know, so I'm saying I know the external parts of me will change as well within but I think the transformation is within me. Okay. I've always been a type of person who's been, I hate this word, but I have to admit it to myself, I've been a people pleaser. I've been very emotionally insecure. I've been very anxious with human being interaction. Simply because I've been disappointed so many times in life, again and again and again. And I tend to be very codependent on people. And even though there's benefits in that, I've realized that not everyone can have access to me like that. Especially in recent years, I said not never again. If God allows someone to be that close to me again, then fine. But I wouldn't intentionally want to have everybody to know who Chloe is. Simply because I need to protect my own heart. If everyone has it, then there's no value in it. Do you know what I mean? So when I say transformation, it's more like figuring out if you want to get all sciencey, how I want my attachment style to be like.
Ooh.
I
learned that in therapy.
Yeah.
I learned about attachment styles in therapy.
So I don't want to be anxious anymore. I want to be more secure.
Yep.
Because when talking about attachment style, people like to think that if you're that's who you are for life. That's not the case. You can nurture your way to another state of mind. And for me, it's to become more secure within myself, knowing who I am, knowing that it's okay to have confrontation. Because I used to run from it to the point where I'm like, if that's how you feel, you can have it and go.
Yeah.
Simply because it just generally shakes me. I hate confrontation, but sometimes you just have to face it.
Yeah.
This morning, let me give you a little gist. Let's lighten up the mood. This morning, yeah. I hate this morning. I was in my car just before this session here, guys.
Yeah. I
went to Costa, and my car. I don't know why I only have one cup holder.
Yeah.
So
that is so random. You know?
So weird. So I had a McDonald's cup. Don't judge me. I had a McDonald's cup in the cup holder. So I said, "There's no bins within this car park." Took the cup out and I put it next to my car, and I put my Frappuccino in the cup holder. I saw a car pulling up, but I'm not paying no mind. Me and my sister in the car. I'm putting my seatbelt on. I'm doing all this. One man comes and opens my door. And he's like, "Take the cup. It's yours. Take the cup." I'm looking like, why is this man opening my door? Forget the cup for a second. I'm a woman, so I'm gonna be like, "Are you gonna attack me? Are you gonna hit me?"
So many things are going through my head right now.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it was the old Chloe, I would have either been like very like angry or very fearful, like overtly.
The two extremes.
One or the other. And at that point, I was just like, this is not worth it. After I assessed the situation, I was just like, this man is not worth it. He's clearly unwell. Or I don't know, a tree hugger or something. I don't know what's wrong with him. And I had to choose. If I go mad, something can actually happen. Yeah. And I got things to do today, so this is not worth my time. And I drove off. I was angry. Don't get me wrong. The whole drive was ranting and raving. Yeah. But I was also like, I'm kind of proud of myself because I didn't react. Yeah. And for me, that's change. But I didn't react in the moment. Yeah. That's change because I'm able to now be rational with my thinking. When it comes to business stuff and people like to take the mick about things, I'm still able to stand on business. My vocabulary is very different, but you're not getting what you want because you want it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when I say transformation, it's just the little things and the situations I can be in and seeing how my reaction is so different. I want to become, even though I think I'm a good one, I want to become a better listener. I feel like I care for people's feelings a bit too much over mine. And I just want the balance. Yeah. It's always one extreme to the next. And I feel like the transformational era is me being closer with God, is me being able to figure out my reaction when it comes to things, and just me being able to choose me all the time within reason. I'm not going to be a selfish person, but it's nice to choose you. It's nice to protect your feelings. It's nice to protect your heart. And I wasn't doing that for a very, very long time. And I feel like once doing that, people will now respect you. People will now know your boundaries. People will now know how to handle you.
People be acting like they don't know boundaries
at all.
So you have to enforce them.
You have to enforce them. I never wanted to, like, why do I need to teach a grown adult how to act? But sometimes you just do. You just have to. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm in a position where I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I need to do to allow peace of mind in my life.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
transformation.
Okay, so the quote for today is, chase the vision, not the money, and the money will end up following you. What does that mean to you?
Okay. Can I understand?
She's like, the money, yeah.
Chase the vision, because if you're not passionate about something, nothing else will follow. Do you know what I mean? I like that. When it comes to money, if we're going to speak about Christian, you're Christian, yeah? There's nothing wrong in wanting money.
Absolutely nothing.
It's people's love for the money.
Oh, thank you.
That drives them down. Do you know what I mean? It's the love for it.
That's what I mean. I like it. I don't love money.
I like it though.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
But I don't love it.
I'm not obsessed with it. Yeah. When people are obsessed, that's when they start gambling and they start spending the money on stripping this and all that type of stuff. So even though I know the benefit of what I'm doing is financial gain, monetization, yes. If I don't have passion for it, that's not gonna come. So the vision the reason what that means to me is that if I don't have a path that I enjoy, all of this stuff is not going to happen. Do you understand? I think it's a simple equation.
Yeah.
When it comes to business, if you want to make money off something, without the passion, without the love for it, it's not going to follow.
Thank you. And then our last question, finish off this sentence for me, okay?
Okay.
It says, the older I get, the more I understand.
Oh, the older I get, the more I understand. I'm trying to be creative here. Love.
Ooh, didn't expect that.
No. The reason why I said love is because I've only just recently found out it comes in different variations. I've always been a person where it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
You're either with me or you're without me. Yeah. But that's not the case. People have lives. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have things that they're doing, and they can't always be there for you.
100.
Yes, within reason, there's a limit in certain categories, but you need to understand that people can love you from a distance. You can love that ex-boyfriend from a distance, but that's why they're your ex.
Yep.
You can always have that first love. When you have that first love, it's different from your husband's love, because that's the first time you experience love, and you were very naive at the time. So you were
different version.
It's a whole different version. Do you know what I mean? Love comes in different shapes and forms. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, because when you do that, you trap yourself, and that's what I was doing. I was isolating myself because I felt like people didn't love me the way I loved them.
Yeah.
But Chloe, do you actually love everyone the same? If you really think about it,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No, you don't. The same way you won't have the same love for your mom or your daddies. Well, the love varies. So yeah, I would say love. Will finish off that sentence.
The older I get, the more I understand love. I love that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Talks with Noelle with my guest, Chloe Alexandra. Before we let you go, where can we find you? Promote yourself, the studio, everything. Let us know.
So currently we are in the Blue Suite, okay, at Haven Talk Studios. We have 2 studios, one in East London, Bromley by Bow, where we are right now. And we have another one in South East London in Bermondsey. We have 5 sets all together. The studio is called Haven Talk Studios. If you at it's on TikTok or on Instagram, you can email us at info@haventalks.co.uk or give us a call. Don't know the number, you can find it. And yeah, in terms of me, I'm on TikTok as well. TikTok, YouTube, and on my Instagram, it's Chloe Alexandra. And yeah, I do my own content as well. I just started YouTube again, so I'm just talking about fun facts about different things. We talk about true crime, we have vlogs, we have this inspirational type content, business content as well, if you want to know how to upscale your business, that type of stuff. And yeah, that's me, man. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy what I do. I hope you guys like how the space looks as well, because Noelle's here, and I really enjoy my time. Thank you so much. I needed this. I mean, always watching other people's podcasts, but I'm not on any podcast at the moment. But yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you for honoring my invite. Thank you for being here. Once again, as always, shout out to Haven Talk Studio, and shout out to yourself for joining us and watching this episode. Have a great rest of the day. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Talks with Noelle.